Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today I will tell you how to approach a case of primary amenorrhea during exam. Primary amenorrhea included assessment, differential diagnosis, investigation, and counseling. Candidate's task: you are working in outpatient clinic. 17-year-old girl has attended with her mother because she has never had menstrual period. Your tasks are to take focused history, explain relevant examination, discuss investigation, interpret likely causes, counsel the patient according to diagnosis, address concern about menstruation, marriage, fertility, sexual life, and family screening. Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. XYZ, one of the gynecology doctor. I understand you are worried because your periods have not started yet. I will ask some personal questions to understand the cause. Everything will remain confidential. Since some questions are sensitive, I would also like to speak to you alone for a part of consultation. Is that okay? Then confirm name, age, education level, marital status, accompanying person, and consent. Definition: primary amenorrhea means absence of first menstruation by age 15 years in girls with normal secondary sexual development. Age 13 years if secondary sexual characters are absent, or no period within 3 years of breast development. Focused history. Presenting complaint. Have you ever had bleeding from vagina, even spotting? At what age did breast development start? At what age did pubic or axillary hair appear? Any monthly lower abdominal pain? Any cyclical pelvic pain with no bleeding? Any abdominal swelling or mass? Any foul smelling vaginal discharge? Why important? Cyclical pain with no periods suggests outflow obstruction such as imperforate hymen or transverse vaginal septum. Pubertal development, breast development, pubic hair, axillary hair, growth spurt, height compared with peers, delayed puberty in family, mother, sister, age at menarche, interpretation, normal breast plus absent uterus, then MRKH or AIS, absent breast, then low estrogen, Turner syndrome, gonadal dysgenesis, hypothalamic pituitary cause, sparse pubic axillary hair, then androgen insensitivity syndrome. Hypothalamic causes: weight loss, eating disorder symptoms, excessive exercise, stress, exams, family stress, chronic illness, poor nutrition, head trauma, loss of smell. Interpretation: stress, low BMI, exercise, and functional hypothalamic amenorrhea. Loss of smell, then Kalaman syndrome. Pituitary cause: headache, visual disturbance, galactorrhea, fatigue, cold intolerance, previous brain surgery or radiotherapy, drug history, antipsychotics, metoclopramide, antidepressants. Interpretation: headache plus visual symptoms plus galactorrhea, then hyperprolactinemia or hyperprolactinoma. Hypothyroidism may increases prolactin and disturb cycle. Ovarian gonadal causes: short stature, webbed neck, cardiac disease, renal problem, hearing problem, autoimmune disease, chemotherapy, radiotherapy, family history of early menopause, hot flushes. Interpretation: short stature plus delayed puberty, then Turner syndrome, high FSH and LH, then gonadal failure. Androgen excess DSD clues: excess facial hair, acne, deepening of voice, clitoromegaly, ambiguous genitalia at birth, hernia surgery in childhood, hypertension. Interpretation: virilization, then androgen excess, congenital adrenal hyperplasia, androgen secreting tumor. Inguinal hernia in phenotypic female may suggest AIS. Outflow tract Mullerian anomaly, cyclical abdominal pain, difficulty inserting tampon, primary infertility concern, urinary symptoms, constipation, non-renal anomaly, history of pelvic surgery. Interpretation: outflow obstruction, imperforate hymen, transverse vaginal septum, cervical agenesis. MRKH may be associated with renal and skeletal anomalies. Sexual and pregnancy history. Ask privately any sexual activity, possibility of pregnancy, contraception, sexual abuse, or coercion. Never skip pregnancy testing only because the girl says she has never menstruated. in FCPS saying I will exclude pregnancy if sexually active or if any possibility exists is safer. Psychosocial history, impact on mood, anxiety about marriage, concerns about femininity, family pressure, school, social problem, support at home, privacy concerns. This is not decoration. Primary amenorrhea often becomes a psychological and identity crisis. Examination. I would examine her respectfully in the presence of a female chaperone. I will explain each step and take consent. I will not perform an internal vaginal examination in an unmarried adolescent unless clearly indicated and with appropriate consent. General examination. Look for height, weight, BMI, arm span, short stature, webbed neck, low posterior hairline, shield chest, widely spaced nipples. Cubitus valgus, dysmorphic feature, acne, hirsutism, signs of virilization, thyroid enlargement, galactorrhea, visual field defects, pallor, chronic illness, pubertal staging, assess Tanner stage, breast development, pubic hair, axillary hair. Abdominal examination, look for pelvic mass, lower abdominal tenderness, hematometra, hematocolpos, inguinal swelling suggesting gonad cyst in AIs. Yes. External genital examination, look for normal vulva, clitoromegaly, labial fusion, imperforate hymen, bluish bulging membrane, vaginal opening, vaginal length if appropriate, signs of estrogenization, recto-abdominal examination may be used if pelvic mass, outflow obstruction suspected and vaginal exam is inappropriate. Investigations. Basic mandatory investigations. Pregnancy test where relevant. Pelvic scan. Uterus present or absent. Ovaries present or absent. Hematocolpos. Hematometra. Renal anomalies. FSH and LH. Estradiol. TSH. Prolactin. Serum testosterone. Karyotype when uterus absent. Gonadal dysgenesis suspected or DSD suspected. Emphasize history, physical examination, hormonal profile, and pelvic ultrasound as central step in amenorrhea evaluation. Additional tests according to finding: MRI pelvis, Mullerian anomalies, vaginal agenesis, transverse vaginal septum, MRI brain pituitary, high prolactin, headache, visual symptoms, 17 hydroxyprogesterone suspected as CAH, DHEAS, androstenedione, androgen excess, renal ultrasound in MRKH Turner syndrome, echocardiography for Turner, bone age constitutional delay, DEXA scan prolonged hypoestrogenism, autoimmune screen if premature ovarian insufficiency suspected, FMR1 premutation if premature ovarian insufficiency suspected. Diagnostic algorithm. Step 1 are secondary sexual characters present or not. Number 1, breast present. Estrogen is present. Then ask, is uterus present? Uterus present, think outflow obstruction, imperforate hymen, transverse vaginal septum, cervical agenesis, rare endometrial causes. Uterus absent, think MRKI syndrome, 46XX, normal ovaries, normal female hormones, AIS, 46XY, testes present, high to normal testosterone, scant pubic hair. Breast absent, estrogen is low, check FSH and LH, high FSH, LH, gonadal failure, Turner syndrome, pure gonadal dysgenesis, premature ovarian insufficiency, low to normal FSH and LH. Hypothalamic pituitary, constitutional delay, functional hypothalamic amenorrhea, Kalman syndrome, pituitary tumor, chronic systemic illness. Differential diagnosis, likely diagnosis, normal breast, normal pubic hair, absent uterus, 46XX. This is Mayer-Rokitansky-Koster-Hauser syndrome. If normal breast, scant pubic hair, absent uterus, 46XY, then androgen insensitivity syndrome. Cyclical pain, uterus present, bulging hymen, then imperforate hymen. Cyclical pain, short vagina, uterus present, then transverse vaginal septum. Short stature, absent breast, high FSH, then 45X Turner syndrome, absent puberty, anosmia, low FSH LH, Kallmann syndrome, galactorrhea, headache, high prolactin, then prolactinoma, weight loss, exercise, stress, low normal FSH, functional hypothalamic amenorrhea. Case scenario for candidate information. 17-year-old unmarried girl attends gyneopathy with primary amenorrhea. She has normal breast development. She has no cyclical abdominal pain. She is anxious about whether she can marry and have children. Role player information. Name Aisha, age 17 years. Never had periods. Breast development started at 12 years. Pubic hair present. No monthly pain. No headache. No visual symptoms. No galactorrhea, no exercise excessive, no weight loss, no hirsutism, no acne, no sexual activity. Normal height worried. Am I normal? Can I get married? Can I have children? Investigations card. FSH normal, LH normal, estradiol normal, female range, prolactin normal, TSH normal, testosterone normal, female range, ultrasound ovaries present, uterus not visualized, upper vagina absent, short. Karyotype 46XX. Renal ultrasound 1 pelvic kidney. Diagnosis MRKH syndrome. Mullerian agenesis. Counseling for MRKH syndrome. Your blood hormones and ovaries are functioning. Your female chromosomes are 46XX. The reason you are not having periods is that the uterus is absent or very underdeveloped. This condition is called MRKH syndrome. It happened during development before birth. It is not because of anything you or your parents did. Address common questions. Can I menstruate? No, because periods comes from the lining of the uterus and the uterus is absent. Am I female? Yes. Your chromosome are female. Your ovaries are present and your hormones are female. Can I marry? Yes. Sexual life is possible after proper treatment and counseling. Can I intercourse? Yes. But you may need vaginal dilator therapy or rarely surgery to create adequate vaginal length. Can I become pregnant? You cannot carry pregnancy without a uterus, but your ovaries may produce eggs, so genetic motherhood may be possible through assisted reproduction with a gestational carrier where legally available. Adoption is another option. Any other test? Yes, we would should check kidneys and skeletal system because renal and skeletal anomalies can occur with MRKH. Management, MDT care, gynecologist, psychologist, counselor, renal assessment, skeletal assessment if indicated, vaginal dilator therapy when emotionally ready, surgery only if dilator fail or patient prefers after counseling, fertility counseling later. Do not rush her to vaginal treatment. That is poor counseling. Treatment should start when she is emotionally ready and motivated. Counseling AIS findings phenotypic female, normal breast, sparse pubic axillary hair, absent uterus, testosterone in male range, karyotype 46XY, intra-abdominal inguinal testes. Explanation. You have a condition called androgen insensitivity syndrome. Your body has XY chromosome, but the body tissue cannot respond to male hormone, so the external appearance develops as female. There is no uterus, so periods cannot occur. Concerns. Can I menstruate? No, because there is no uterus. Can I have a sexual life? Yes, with counseling and vaginal support. Can I have children? Pregnancy is not possible because there is no uterus and no ovaries. What about gonads and testes? They may need removal after puberty due to malignancy risk. Timing should be individualized and discussed in MDT. Need support? Yes, genetic counseling and psychological support are essential. Counseling imperforate hymen, finding normal breast, normal pubic hair, cyclical pain, uterus present, bulging bluish hymen. Ultrasound, hematocolpos, hematometra, explanation. Your hormones and uterus are normal. The problem is a thin membrane at the vaginal opening, blocking membrane menstrual blood from coming out. This is treatable. Management. Admit if severe pain, retention, analgesia, baseline investigation, cruciate incision or heminotomy under anesthesia. Drain retained blood gradually. Avoid repeated blind punctures. Post-operative hygiene advice. Follow-up. Can I menstruate after treatment? Yes. Can I marry and have a children? Yes. Usually normal reproductive life. Counseling for transverse vaginal septum. Finding normal puberty, cyclical pain, uterus present, short blind vagina, MRI confirmed septum. Explanation. There is a partition inside the vagina blocking menstrual flow. Hormones and uterus are usually normal. Management. MRI pelvis before surgery. MDT. Surgical excision of septum. Anastomosis of upper and lower vagina. Post-operative dilator use may be required. Risk of re-anastomosis. Fertility depends on septum level, cervical, uterine anatomy, and surgical outcome. Counseling for Turner syndrome. Findings. Short stature, delayed puberty, streak gonads, high FSH/LH, low estradiol, karyotype 45X or mosaic. Explanation. Your ovaries have not developed enough to produce normal female hormone. This is why the breast development and periods are delayed. Management. Endocrinology plus gynecology MDT. Karyotype confirmation, echocardiography, renal ultrasound, thyroid screening, hearing assessment, estrogen replacement gradually, add progesterone after breakthrough bleeding or after adequate estrogenization, bone health monitoring, fertility counseling, spontaneous pregnancy uncommon, donor oocyte IVF may be possible in selected cases after cardiac clearance. Turner syndrome care shouldn't be reduced, give hormones, cardiac and renal assessment matters. Counseling for Kallmann syndrome findings absent puberty, low FSH, LH, low estradiol, poor absent smell, normal uterus may be small. Explanation. The brain signals that normally stimulate the ovaries are low. This can happen with a condition associated with reduced sense of smell. Management. Endocrinology referral, MRI brain if indicated, puberty induction with estrogen, later cyclical estrogen progesterone, fertility possible with ovulation induction using pulsatile GnRH or gonadotrophins, psychological support. Now you should know the examiner checklist. Opening and communication. Introduce yourself. Confirm identity. Gains consent. Offer confidentiality. Speaks to adolescent alone when needed, uses sensitive language, avoids blaming patient, family, history, age, thilar, pubar, growth pattern, cyclical pain, headache, vision, galactoria, weight loss, exercise, stress, smell, disturbance. Hirsutism, viralization, chronic illness, drug history, family history, sexual history, privately, psychosocial concern, examination, journal exam, BMI, height, Turner staging, Turner feature, thyroid, galactoria, hirsutism, viralization, abdomen, external genitalia with chaperone, avoids unnecessary internal examination. Investigations, pregnancy test when relevant, pelvic ultrasound, FSH, LH, estradiol, TSH, prolactin, testosterone, karyotype, MRI, pelvis, brain when indicated, renal cardiac assessment where relevant, diagnosis, gives structure differential, uses uterus present, absent, and breast present, absent logic, identifies MRKH in main scenario. Counseling explain diagnosis simply, addresses menstruation, addresses sexuality, addresses fertility, offers psychological support, mentions MDT, avoid false reassurance. Common mistakes. Don't say you are normal. Don't worry before diagnosis. You can definitely have children in MRKH or AIS. No need for pregnancy test without assessing sexual possibility. Do internal examination casually in an unmarried adolescent. AIS patient is male in front of family without sensitive counseling. Imperforate hymen need hormonal workup first. Usually diagnosis is clinical plus ultrasound. Summary. Primary amenorrhea is absence of menarche by 15 years or within 3 years of thilar. I assess secondary sexual characteristics and presence of uterus. If breasts are present and uterus absent, I consider MRKH and AIS. If breasts are absent, I check FSH and LH to differentiate gonadal failure from hypothalamic pituitary cause. Initial investigation include pregnancy tests where relevant, pelvic ultrasound, FSH, LH, estradiol, prolactin, TSH, testosterone, and karyotype when indicated. Management depends on cause and must include sensitive counseling, MDT care, psychological support, and fertility counseling.